tonight. They put the onus on you as the preseason number one. What do you think of that?
I think it's a big honor. I think it's a testament to our kids, how hard they work. Some of what we did in the playoff last year helped out a little bit, but you got to embrace it, and you just got to go out there. You know, you got the bullseye on your shoulder now, so the kids got to go out there and they got to fight every day.
What about the other teams as far as, you couldn't vote for yourself, so who did you vote number one, and who you look for to be tough this year?
Well, I think New Bern, Jacksonville, and White Oak, I think they had all of them in the correct order. Some great programs, been in the playoffs every year since I've been the head coach. Got great athletes. Collins always in the mix with us because they're our rivals. So I think this is going to be a real good league to watch. Probably one of the best, if not one of the top in the country.
Well, the roster turnover happens now in every level of football. Does that creep down to high school? What's your roster look like compared to last year?
We lost. I think we lost 16, 18 kids last year, but we gained a bunch from our JV team that went 9-1 last year. Some of them kids are going to play right away. They gifted athletes, so I look forward to seeing them. And then our defense, we got most of them guys back on defense, which made that playoff run capable. So I think it will be something fun to watch, especially in Pitt County, and then hopefully we can make a big run in the playoffs again.
All right, talk about the poll a little bit. You got Rose at the top. Did you agree with that?
Hey, look, it's we don't put a lot of stock into those. I don't think it's I think it's good. Whatever the word I'm looking for J.H. Rose and Coach Bland, they do a great job. They have great athletes, what we got to take care of for D.H. Conley is one day at a time, get through these scrimmages, and we'll have 5 games under our belt by the time we get into conference play. And so we'll see how that shakes out in October and November.
How do you look at the conference this year? You guys lose Havelock, get White Oak, still a tough conference.
Playoff team coming in from White Oak, there's every week. I'm just telling you, don't sleep on South Central. They have athletes. I know they haven't had the most success in some ways, but just had a great conversation with Coach Bowie there, and it's they're going to have athletes and do a good job, and it'll be interesting to see the direction he takes the team. So I think every week you've got to be prepared, and it's kind of neat. Nobody's going to have a bye week in between. It's going to be 5 straight weeks of conference play. So we'll see how non-conference gets us ready.
Coach, I know you're proud if any of your players go on to the next level, but the Conley to ECU pipeline that's really been hidden lately. I think, 2 playing this year for ECU. What's that feel like for you?
East Carolina is really special. It's one of the neat things about being in Greenville, obviously, is the connection you have with East Carolina University. And to be able to go over there and the open door policy their coaching staff has with us and access to everything, but then to be able to go over there and see former players carrying on their dreams at the next level is special. I'm really excited for Bryce Weaver this season. I think he had a great spring, and I think it's a big fall camp for him and Panda Askew. So we got 2 linemen over there playing right now. We've had other players, so it's special to us, and it's special to those guys.
Coach was bragging on Panda today, wasn't he?
Yeah, Coach. So they're 2 very similar players, and I hope for East Carolina's sake that they're going to have some good depth up front because of those 2 guys, and so we're really excited to see what the fall has for them.
Coach, when you look at the preseason poll, did you agree Rose at the top?
No, of course not. New Bern's always at the top, in my opinion. But it's one of those deals where it really doesn't mean anything. When you think about it, it's a lot of good coaches in this conference, a lot of good proven football teams in this conference. So it's kind of one of those deals where you just kind of let those things play out once the season hits. And, we've been fortunate for the past, at least 2 years that I've been there that the predictions were wrong. So we're okay with it.
With the history of New Bern, is it pressure being the head coach, or is it more fun? How do you describe being the head coach of the Bears?
Obviously, there's pressure with the tradition, the history, understanding what comes along with that. But that's kind of one of the reasons why you coach at a place like this. It's a special place that they take football very, very serious, and that's the kind of situation I like to be in.
So, Coach, what were your thoughts first on just the league itself? You guys debuting in this league.
I mean, it's absolutely a tough football league, top to bottom. Every team's going to be good. Every team's going to be competitive. It's not one of those things where you can have a Friday night that's off night, because you will lose.
Talk about the top of the league. Did you agree Rose picked first?
Yeah, they return a lot, very talented and very well coached program, so it doesn't surprise me.
As the newcomer here, what's kind of the strength of your football team?
We're going to be, this is my best group of skill guys maybe that I've had since I've been the head coach at White Oak High School. We're a little thin in numbers, comparatively to everybody else. I mean, our enrollment is significantly smaller than everybody else's, so we're going to have an uphill battle there. But we've got a lot of skill. We return a quarterback that's very talented. We averaged 9.5 yards a carry last year. Return a running back we feel is going to be a Division I running back. So, we feel like our skill guys are going to be able to match up with anybody.
Rose was picked to win it. How do you feel as far as the poll goes?
I think Rose is going to have a very strong team as normal. Top to bottom conference is always good, so it's going to be a fight every Friday night for everybody.
What about Jacksonville? How good are you guys?
We're younger than we have been. We got 30 seniors this year coming up, but a bunch of them were sitting last year, so it depends on how fast we develop and see what we can take care of ourselves.
What do you think of the league this year? You guys lose Havelock, bring White Oak in. It's very similar, isn't it?
Yeah, both good teams have. White Oak lost 2 games last year, so they're a very solid program. New Bern's always New Bern, Rose is Rose. Conley's getting a lot better, and South Central is improving.
What's your team look like compared to last year as far as roster turnover?
We got we graduated a lot last year. We got 3 offensive linemen back, 2 receivers back. Defensively, we got about 6 or 7 back. So, we still got around 60 or 55 on there, so we should be okay. Just got to stay healthy.
All right, the poll came out. South Central's picked last. What does that mean to you as far as you and your program?
It just means we have to go out and prove to people that we're better than that. We've been working hard all summer. I understand kind of, based off like seasons past and what we kind of lost, where those ratings come from, and they haven't seen us this summer. So we just I always used to tell guys that when things like that come out, you can either prove them right or prove them wrong. So it's up to us to go out there and prove them wrong.
When you look at the top of the conference, did you agree Rose picked as the future champion?
Yeah, I had Rose at the top. They're a good team. They bring back a lot of guys coming off a deep playoff appearance last year. And their regular season, their schedule was just so insanely difficult that it kind of gave the wrong kind of impression of who they were in the playoffs. I thought was who they were, and it doesn't surprise me that the conference picked them first.
We've had Phoenix Evans on our show, Pirate Radio.
Okay.
How advantageous is it to have a former Pirate there helping you?
So just having that Division I experience, his all of his high school experience. We coached in the state championship together at Kinston High School. He's just a really good football coach. He relates to the kids really well. He demands a lot of them. His expectations are extremely high. So he really is an asset to have out there because the kids perform really, really well for him.
What has surprised you the most in preseason about your team?
How hard they work. I've been on teams where it's like pulling teeth to get guys to do basic stuff. The more I give our guys, the more they do. And I haven't really found that ceiling of what they will do yet, which is nice because if I'm get here at 7:30 to lift, they're there at 7:30 to lift. If I'm be here after practice to do whatever we need to do, they're there. And it's been a solid group of 36, 37 guys that have been at everything and done everything I could have ever asked them to do.